Global GigaBrain Chads. Today, we're going to put together a test bench so we can finally do some graphics card testing on this channel, just in time for us to desperately try to get our hands on a 5090. The backbone of our test bench is going to be the ROG Strix B650A gaming Wi-Fi motherboard, an upper mid-range B650 board. We have, for our CPU, the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So an 8-core 16-thread monster gaming CPU, not the fastest on the market anymore, but we hope to one day update to the 9800X3D. We are going to start by making an upgrade to our motherboard here. I have the Thermalright AM5 Secure frame. This is a contact frame for AM5 CPUs. We are planning on using the Peerless Assassin 120 white cooler for our test bench, and we will get better cooling performance from our test bench by using this contact frame. So these frames are used for increasing contact between the CPU IHS and the cold plate on the cooler. So we're going to get started on swapping that out here. You actually need to completely remove the AMD frame in order to be able to use this. So that's what we're going to do. Since this is a B650 board, the back plate is actually screwed on, so that part does not come off. Step one is actually to install the CPU, and then contact frame sits neatly on top. All right, there we go. Now we have our contact frame installed. So this will help the cooler with thermal performance, which isn't actually a very big issue with the 7800X3D, but we do want to make sure it's running nice and cool so we can maximize the frames per second in the different GPU setups we're going to test. For the thermal paste, we're using Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut. Never mind. We just ran out of Cryonaut. For now, we'll use the included Thermalright TF7, so their higher end paste, to get off the ground, and we'll soon upgrade the thermal paste. Next, we're going to throw on the Peerless Assassin 120 white. This is a dual tower 120mm fan cooler from Thermalright. The Peerless Assassin is one of the best value coolers out there right now. So we're going to open it, and Thermalright got rid of the little text that says unlock chill force here. I don't know how to react to that. Disappointed! I've opened probably 20 Thermalright coolers, and all of them say unlock chill force here. They just got rid of it. You've changed, Thermalright. You've changed. All right, let's take a look here. Got the box with the screws and the brackets. Two of our white ARGB fans. I do believe these are 1500 RPM maximum. And then this chalky boy here. This is not the special edition, which is a little bit less well designed. You can see the heat pipes at the top. This is the nicer one. Hefty dual tower cooler, great performance. They did add this. Please remove protective sticker before install. That would be this guy. Due to the sheer number of customer service requests they are surely receiving from people who leave those on, and the CPU overheats dramatically. So don't do that. Just now realizing that I prematurely put the thermal paste on, so as long as I don't mess it up, should be fine. These are great coolers. They come with mounting hardware for AM4, AM5, Intel LGA 1151, 1700. They also come with Thermalright TF7 thermal paste, which we just used here. They're even color coded. AMD is red, Intel has blue. Here we go. Yep, 1500 RPM, PWM fans. Not a ton of airflow, but two of them together produce a pretty good result. Teamwork. Unfortunately, our dope RGB RAM will be covered. This is 64 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 CL30. So right in the sweet spot for the Ryzen 7000 series. We'll report the exact timings in any video that we actually test some graphics cards in. Perfect. Here's our test bench. Now we're going to transplant our board, complete with CPU, CPU cooler, and a 1 terabyte Gen 4 PCIe SSD into the test bench. Should have done this before putting the board in, actually.
I regret it.
Why is this only a single? Wow. Shafted again by the power supply. This takes 6 pins, or 1 8-pin and 1 4-pin instead of the dual 8-pin. So much regret for not plugging it in first. There it is. Ready to receive a graphics card. To highlight the type of thing we'll be doing, even though the 5090 is a smaller than the 4090. Although it's highly unlikely that we get our hands on a Founders Edition, which is the only one that's smaller. A lot of the other ones are going to be just as big as the old 4090s. Boom. Plug in our 600 watt, 12 volt PHR, and we're ready to rock. Now we're ready for some graphics card reviews. Excited about the 5090, excited about the 9070 and 9070 XT. We'll see what happens.